What's going on, YouTube? This your boy Blewgrass and Bands Blackballed. And a lot of people have been talking recently about reparations. I feel like no other race of people in this world deserve reparations more than the African Americans of this country. I feel like it's not the wrongs that were done that will get us reparations. It's the cards that we hold when we demand reparations that will get us reparations. Alexander the Great once said, "I am not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep. I am afraid of an army of sheep led by a lion." In 1794, Haiti became the first successful African slave revolution. Led by Toussaint Louverture, a great military leader, he established laws and a way of life in which Haiti flourished for over a decade. However, he was kidnapped by the French. In 1802, they set up a little parlay for him, tricked him, and they took away their leader, their lion. Civil wars broke out, turmoil. And so upset at the loss of their slave colony, the French and other European nations totally isolated the country of Haiti, not trading with them, not wanting to work with them, essentially starving them for 20 years. With warships at the ready on the coast of Haiti, and the people down to their last rations, they were offered a Hobson's choice. A Hobson's choice essentially means you take what's offered or you get nothing. The theory behind it is it's better to pay a toll to make it across the bridge than to not have a bridge at all. So, Haiti signed a royal accordance with Charles X, stating that Haiti would pay 90 million francs to the nation of France for the loss of property, aka slaves, and the loss of their colony. From the year 1825 to 1947, Haiti paid the equivalent of $21 billion today to France. The word reparations comes from the Latin word meaning repair, to make amends for wrongs done. For over centuries, African Americans have asked for redemptions, but have received nothing. Yet the French can get $21 billion from men who took their God-given right to be free. So it's not the wrong that determines the reparations. Because how can you repair the damage done when a man is beaten and forced to watch his wife raped, impregnated by her attacker, then forced to have that child, fall in love with that child only to have that child sold, never to be heard from again? Then generations down the line, that same child or that child's children are set free into a world of Jim Crow, where a second-hand education and a low-paying job are the height of your American dream for over a century. When crimes against you go unpunished and a jury of your peers doesn't have your nose, lips, eyes, or ears, so they show no tears when they give you years, using the 13th Amendment to make you a slave once again, but reparations go to France and not them. I don't blame that on the white man. I don't blame that on the Caucasians of this country. I blame that on us, because our leaders have been sheep, begging for reparations, just begging. What we need to do is no longer ask. We need to demand, and it's our lions that need to lead us in these demands. Using the same tactics as the French. Using the same tactics as the French, we give the United States a Hobson's choice. And this is how we're gonna do it. The NBA and the NFL is the most lucrative sports in the United States. Both leagues combined have received over the past year $21 billion in revenue. This doesn't include external businesses that profit off the sports, such as restaurants, transportations, hotels, not to mention TV networks, YouTube channels, countless podcasts that rely on sports for commentary. Then you have companies such as Nike, Adidas, advertising on printed jerseys, even Goodyear, that are making money off not only the players, but the fans that wear them like walking billboards. Now imagine if suddenly all that was taken away. Over 70% of the NBA and NFL players are African American. Imagine if African Americans didn't set foot on a basketball court or a football field until every single African American with slave ancestry or any kind of immigrant of African or Caribbean descent who was affected by Jim Crow laws received $14 trillion. Now, I can't go to everybody, but you at least have to prove 50% of your current bloodline comes from those roots. This will work. This will definitely work. Because if I protest Starbucks as a people, I say everybody protest Starbucks, and Leonard Underwood decides to go to Starbucks, nobody cares. But if every NFL player or even the top 5 are saying, I am not setting foot on this field or this court unless you pay reparations, you know what's going to happen? They're going to see that one person that does it. They're going to see those 2 people that do it. They're going to see those 3 people that do it and say, man, which side are you on? Secondly, it doesn't even take everybody to do it. I know some of these brothers are trying to get their lives established and going. They're young. They're just now making their first check. Not everybody's a first round pick. It only takes a LeBron, a KD, a Patrick Mahomes, a Lamar Jackson. It only takes about 5 to say, we're not getting on this court until we receive reparations. Thirdly, every organization now, since we've had this George Floyd situation from the NFL to the NBA, all say they want to stand with us. They want to stand with the cause. We want to do what we can to help the cause. It's easy to say that and put out a tweet just to make yourself look like you're in the good light, in a good fight. But you're really not doing nothing because it's not hurting your pockets. It's not sacrificing nothing to really make a change. So, if they want to argue with it and bring these people to court, you can do that, but now we definitely know what side you're on. You can't bullshit anymore. You can't say we're with you, but fuck it, we're suing you because you're doing this now. We're gonna sue the fuck out of you. You can't do that anymore. Because now we know exactly which side you're on, and it's in the spotlight and it's shown. People ask, why give us cash? Why don't we just do programs and spread out the money? Nah, fuck that. Give us cash. We need that cash. There's some people's lives that have already been fucked up beyond repair because of this shit. Have been locked up for decades because of this right now. So yeah, we can take the money, we can handle our own programs. Nobody knows a program better than the person in that community where it's coming from. And plus, if you want to spend the money on yourself, spend the money on yourself. But you're not going to sit here once again and try to control the money that you're going to give to us. Give us cash. We don't want you deciding where our money goes. And thirdly, people like to say you can't just give people cash. People are financially irresponsible. Did they say the same thing to the Japanese when they received $20,000 for the 3 years they were basically put into concentration camps during World War II in the 1940s? They received that money in the 1990s. Japanese were in concentration camps for 3 years and they received $20,000. 3 years and we haven't received a dime. Nobody brung up anything about them being financially irresponsible. That's just another form of racism, saying black people don't know how to handle their money. And even if we don't know how to handle our money, we can spend it however the hell we want. You know why? Because we gave years and centuries of free labor. We were denied raises and education for years. We were in prison unlawfully for years. We didn't have any inheritance coming down. No parent said, I have $80,000 for you coming if I pass. I got $100,000 coming for you when I pass. You know how many people fucked up that money and messed up that money from their inheritance? Nobody cared. They still got their inheritance. We've missed out on centuries of inheritance. That's why it needs to be cash. So, once again, we have lions around here fighting, doing what they can for the cause. But we don't need to just kneel like Kaepernick and then beg them for a job and have no solution. We come into this with demands from the beginning. From the very beginning, we say we are not stepping on that court or that field until reparations are paid in the form of Bitcoin or housing up to $153,000 to every African American that can prove he's ancestry of slaves from Caribbean and African islands, up to 50% that were affected by Jim Crow. That is close to 2 to 3 generations. You can prove that. If you can't prove that, hell, we'll still help you out. We'll look for you, but you can't please everybody. If you try to please everybody, you're going to end up pleasing nobody. So we need our lions to come out here and lead us to this promised land. Me, Blewgrass boy, I would do it, but I don't have the pull like that. I'm a lion here. We being led by sheep. I'm talking to LeBron, I'm talking to KD, I'm talking to Lamar Jackson, I'm talking to Patrick Mahomes, I'm talking to Aaron Donald, the people that can move the needle. You're the leaders that we need. We need you to stop being sheep and get out there and be that thing on your chest, LeBron, that lion, that king that you always talk about. This is your boy Blewgrass and Bands. I'm out.
One